So the Nute Gunray and Count Dooku reworks have dropped in Galaxy of Heroes, and Mobile Gamer and I have been testing back and forth for about the past 3 hours or so. And so far, I can say that it doesn't seem like the Separatist reworks are nearly as good so far compared to Anakin Skywalker and the Ahsoka and Kenobi rework slash touch-ups that we saw not too long ago. But with that said, though, there's a couple things to keep in mind. First of all, I don't think we should expect that Dooku and Nute Gunray are supposed to beat Darth Revin with Darth Malak and supposed to be Padme, some of the most recent pay-to-play slash legendary slash journey stuff we've had in the game. But I found some interesting uses so far, especially out of Nute Gunray, because there are a lot of interesting mechanics, and especially with Gunray, Viceroy's Reach, this Zeta is actually quite good when you pair it with General Grievous and the Separatist droids, which I think right now is still going to be the best Separatist team with the General Grievous lead, bunch of droids, and Nute Gunray filling in that 5th slot, as I'll show you today, really helps out fight especially Jedi Knight Revan teams. And the reason why that's the case is because every time a debuff is being applied by a Separatist ally, you're going to continuously remove 5% of their max health. And I've shown Grievous could beat Jedi Knight Revan. It was a bit tricky, but the 5th slot was always questionable, and Nute Gunray seems to be a good character to toss in the 5th slot. There was a time I lost Grievous early on in the battle, but because of Nute Gunray just kind of sitting in the background chilling, I was still able to beat a properly well-modded Jedi Knight Revan team. So this is a pretty good Zeta for Nute Gunray. With Dooku, though, his lead is interesting, and I'm going to show him up against Darth Malak because his lead does kind of bring some sort of anti-Darth Malak things because he inflicts healing immunity, which helps stop Darth Malak from recovering health. One thing I'm finding hard to do, it's that when you're doing, if you want to do a Count Dooku lead or Nute Gunray lead, you got to kind of break apart the General Grievous team, and General Grievous has the best Separatist team, so I think it's kind of weird. They want us to break up characters like Droideka, Magna Guard, Grievous, B2 or B1 from Grievous. I'm thinking there are more Separatist characters coming in the future and probably Geonosian reworks to make it so you have several Separatist teams instead of breaking the one good one we have right now. So the first thing I want to show is General Grievous going up against Jedi Knight Revan, and Nute Gunray does a great job in the 5th slot. I've shown a lot of things, BB-8, L337, T-Thrm4 in the 5th slot, but Nute Gunray is great because of that Zeta. We're on the test account, by the way, which is why we have all the abilities maxed out right now. And because he has a fast base speed, you're able to make Nute Gunray kind of fast. So what we're going to do is hop into battle right now, and I really like Extortion with Nute Gunray. It's really helpful because he removes 20% of the max health, and unfortunately, it looks like Nute Gunray is going to bite the bullet here. So the character we want to see the most work is going to take a little break right now, but because we're going to apply a bunch of debuffs, watch the max health be chopped away. Each debuff from a Separatist ally removes 5% max health, so we should be able to remove a little bit of max health from people. So there we go. We got a little bit of max health removed on Revin, and keep in mind, B2 feeds a lot of turn meter to the Separatists because of his Zeta, so B2 is actually going to deal a decent amount of damage because of all the bonus damage he's applying. Again, right there, we got some bonus health taken away. All right, let's get Magna Guard or a Droideka to kind of deploy, and Grievous should apply a bunch of debuffs and also remove a couple of extra max health because each debuff he's applying, he's removing max health. So Grievous is going to get an extra damage basically out of his attacks. We're going to try to keep Nute Gunray alive as long as possible. Perfect. Look, the team is kind of falling apart quite quickly, and it's really because of Nute Gunray's Zeta that's helping speed up the process quite a lot. Now, if we can get marked off him, that would be great. Let's try to get the Foresight off of Yoda. Let's try to apply some more debuffs. Look at that. A lot of stuff happening right here, and I'm gonna, man, let's see if we can try to get rid of Jolie here, because he's gonna revive anyone I take out. Let's try to do it, and oh, not quite, almost there, Nute Gunray. Come on, stick with me, baby, stick with me, baby. Oh, can we get rid of Jolie? All right, so although Nute Gunray can die off quickly, he's kind of like a free bonus turn for the Grievous monstrosities, for the Metaloid monstrosity Zeta. So this is really good right here, and boom, look at that. So Nute Gunray, he's still alive. We still have his Zeta and his unique kind of helping out the team, and he provided a free attack for General Grievous. Nute Gunray is a pretty good character to fit in this slot, and you're not taking away from anything else. Nute Gunray so far, we haven't found anything, and now he's finally going to apply Extortion. We could probably kill off maybe Revin right here. Let's see, because when you apply Extortion, it removes 20% max health. Almost took him out. He has a little bit left over, and by the way, the sound effects are so much fun to listen to for Nute Gunray. Really good job on the animation work, but look at that. That was the easiest Grievous versus Jedi Knight Revan battle I've ever faced. And trust me, I've used Grievous when the Jedi Knight Revan was prominent. I used Grievous for a very, very long time. That was the easiest battle up against Jedi Knight Revan I've ever had, and that's because of the Nute Gunray Zeta, making it so much easier to take out as much max health as possible. And if he didn't get marked, we could have applied extortion. Let me do that battle one more time, because Nute Gunray getting marked is kind of not as much fun. All right, so we're gonna battle Mobile Gamer's team again with Jedi Knight Revan. I'm hoping we can try to keep Nute Gunray alive, not get him marked, because I want to show you how extortion works. Because extortion on Jolie, cool. We got Grievous taking the mark this time, but extortion on Jolie is a lot of fun because Jolie's the pain in the butt character. He's the broken character on the Jedi Knight Revan team. If we can try to get extortion over on Jolie, that helps remove a lot of max health for us. So let's try to keep Grievous up alive, give him a bunch of health and protection. Beautiful. Remember, with Grievous, you always want to mod for as much health and protection as possible. So I'd like to try to extort Jolie. I'm pretty sure there's something dirty. He's probably got dirty laundry we can expose right now. So with extortion, we're gonna remove 20% max health, and then we're also apply speed down. And if they want to keep extortion, it spreads like wildfire. But if they get rid of extortion, they're gonna give us plus 10% critical chance and 10% critical damage. So let's extort Jolie because he's the hardest character to kill on this team. And let's just kind of keep going about our battle. And we might lose Grievous potentially, but as I've said, I've still won battles despite Grievous dying early, and it's really because of just Gunray and his Zeta. It's kind of like a second leadership almost. Let's try to take out Yoda first. Let's trigger Savior as fast as we possibly can. And let's see. Grievous taking a couple beatings. Let's remove the foresight off Revin. Very nice. So a lot of buff immunities right there. So B2, he's kind of like indirectly doing a lot more damage through Gunray. So there we go. Very nice. Let's start working over on Jolie. This probably could do a lot. Let's see what we can do right now. Oh, there we go. So we're gonna lose Grievous, but that's fine. We still kind of have like our second leader in place, Nute Gunray. We are gonna still win the battle. Guys, it's kind of hard to describe it unless you're running Grievous lead during the Jedi Knight Revan meta in February when we were trying to make Grievous the thing. I kind of wish Gunray was around beforehand with this rework, because this is so much easier taking out the Jedi Knight Revan team. If we had extortion, we can get a mass assist, but we don't have extortion, so let's just do this. We'll increase Yoda's cooldown so he doesn't spread any buffs. That extra cooldown increase that Nute Gunray has, it's also very nice as well. I think it's pretty much game over. So a lot easier than before due to all of the new, it's basically the Nute Gunray Zeta that makes it so much easier. So if you don't have the Nute Gunray Zeta, I don't think you're going to get the same exact results up against Jedi Knight Revan. It's really all because of Nute Gunray making this so much easier. So I'll just show you how Jedi Knight Revan does up against Grievous. Grievous can sometimes give Jedi Knight Revan a hard time if they're not properly attacking Grievous. There we go. Woo, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun, people. Seeing Grievous now, this is what I was kind of expecting when the Grievous rework came out, because this is so much easier to beat Jedi Knight Revan. So let me flip it over and show you how it works when we're doing Revan against Grievous and Nute Gunray. Okay, so we're gonna take Mobile Gamer's Jedi Knight Revan team that we just demolished and take it up against General Grievous. And Jedi Knight Revan still should win, because I know how to take apart a Grievous team. And the one thing you got to do right away is try to take out B1 Battle Droid. That's kind of the crutch for Separatists right now. All the health and protection regeneration, keeping them alive as long as possible. Can't spread as many buffs around because of buff immunity. So really the order for me is take out B1 first so they stop healing. Try to control extortion, because yes, we're going to give them some profit, but in this situation, I don't want extortion spreading. And especially if you're going up against a Nute Gunray lead, really important to try and control all of the extortion, because for each thing of extortion under a Nute Gunray lead, whew, you can really supercharge the speed on the team, because you get 15% speed for each extortion. So that's only for the Nute Gunray lead, but it's worth pointing out because Nute Gunray lead has been interesting, but I haven't found anything crazy yet. And I'm only assuming it's because maybe we're missing some more Separatists, because we're still waiting for the territory battles to show up for Geonosis. And they've already said that there's going to be new characters introduced, kind of like how we saw the what's it called, the Hoth battles, Hoth territory battles. We got some new characters in there, so maybe we'll get some new Separatist characters that'll make this make sense. But as you see, it could get a little nasty. This definitely could get really nasty real fast because of all the debuffs. And if I go after Nute Gunray, it's kind of a waste of time, because he's just going to revive and give Grievous a bonus turn and whatnot. Let's see. Let's just try to get a couple of let's just spread these buffs around. Let's just spread these buffs around for right now. I'm kind of hoping we get a buff dispel from Basilisk, because right now that damage immunity and the force marked on Droideka, it's kind of just wasting my time right now. And oh boy, not looking good. We might lose Basilisk here in a moment. We're still stuck over here. All right, let's see. At least we can start whipping some damage out on him. He lost the damage immunity. All right, we got. Let's try to get retribution up. Let's see if we can stun him. All right. Do I want to revive? Let's save the revive for later, just in case we happen to lose Bastila. All right, come on. We got to try to get rid of a B2 battle droid right here. Let's do this. Call Yoda. Almost there. Let's spread these buffs around. Let's protect Bastila and this prop. Oh, jeez, we're stuck behind Droideka. Grievous really makes you bounce around the team. And I think we got this. We got it now. It can get a little messy, though. As you can see, because of Gunray Zeta kind of constantly chipping away at my team, it gets messy real fast. But we're going to still win this battle. But as you can see, Gunray does make it a little bit more trickier. Did I go to law school? I don't know. But as you can see, it's still a lot of fun to use on offense. Much better, more consistent against Jedi Knight Revan. Probably close to 100% perfection for Grievous up against this type of Jedi Knight Revan team. So I like where that is so far. What I'm going to do now is switch over to a Count Dooku lead, show you what that's been showing so far, and it's kind of interesting up against Darth Revan, Darth Malak. Let me just show you what I mean. All right, so I'm gonna go up against this Darth Revan, Darth Malak team and set expectations properly, because there's not a huge, I don't think we should really believe that Count Dooku is meant to counter Darth Revan and Darth Malak. Padme makes a little bit of sense because she's a legendary character and she's got a bunch of big reworks for Ahsoka, Kenobi, and Anakin. But I just kind of want to show you the interesting thing to maybe get us theory crafting a bit more, because maybe we're close to getting Dooku to work well. And the main problem right now is getting around this Sith Trooper taunt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed Master of Makashi turn meter to everyone. So we're going to get 15% turn meter and repost. And there we go. So everyone got turn meter and hit under stealth except the B2 battle droid. And I kind of like this because I've shown some videos where you quickly hide everyone under stealth through R2-D2. So it's kind of exactly doing that. Count Dooku is basically an R2-D2 for the Separatists. Now, we're going to probably lose this battle. I'm going to try maybe do another battle and do a Saj in there, because if I can quickly get rid of the taunt on Sith Trooper, that would make my life a lot easier. But as you're seeing, there's not really anything much against Darth Revan. I've tried fighting Commander Luke Skywalker. Commander Luke Skywalker can blow this team out of the water as well. So it's mostly, I think we're missing some Separatists, or maybe their reworks aren't just not meant to be that good, because Padme they don't do too good against so far. Count Dooku they struggle. Jedi Knight Revan they struggle, except the Grievous team I just showed you. And really, other than that, I'm thinking they're more probably, if you're taking out the Grievous team we're talking about, Count Dooku lead and Nute Gunray lead seem to be more on par with like some of the bounty hunters and First Order and stuff like that. So just real quick, for the fun of it, I'm just going to toss in Asajj Ventress, because Asajj has a buff dispel. Maybe she can get out there a lot quicker to try to pull that taunt off of the Sith Trooper. But most likely it's not going to happen. But let's see here. Let's see. We might be able to feed her some turn meter. If I can get her to dispel early. Unfortunately, we got stuck again. Maybe if I properly mod it to get Asajj to dispel and then a Nute Gunray to follow up and apply extortion on Revin, that might work. So let's just get extortion spreading here. All right. Very nice. Let's try to... We can't remove turn meter on Sith Empire, unfortunately, once they have debuffs going on. And let's see what's going on here. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. You basically die quite quickly up against Darth Revan. But I just kind of want to show you where it is right now. I'm definitely thinking this team is missing more, or it's just not meant to be top-end meta competitive, which is completely understandable. But Nute Gunray, it's kind of a big highlight. If he can make Jedi Knight Revan battles easier for General Grievous, that right there is a huge little feature to kind of show off to you guys. So we're officially all out of battle attempts, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to wrap up the video right there. Let me know down below, what other theory crafting ideas do you guys have? This is only day one. Nute Gunray showing a little bit of promise for the Separatists, but I'm thinking we're still missing other Separatists to make sense, because right now we only have really one core team that a Dooku lead and a Nute Gunray lead need to take away from if you want to run their lead. But General Grievous still seems to be the better Separatist leader, and I'm thinking we still got to wait for Geonosian reworks to come out or new Separatists to come out to form different teams and make the Nute Gunray lead and Count Dooku lead make more sense. So let me know down below what you guys' thoughts are of the reworks so far. Like, comment down below, and subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And we'll talk again very soon. Peace out, guys.
Party Richter, Party Richter. Get down, 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 down. Party Richter, Party Richter. Son of a bitch. Party Richter, Party Richter. Get down, down.